All right, I'm going to tell you why the Eagles should not play their starters. And I think the Sixers, they might have a superstar in Tyrese Maxey or BJ Edgecombe. Anyway, trending in the AM on a very special New Year's Eve. We are live from Orlando, Florida in 30 seconds. And a very good morning, maybe afternoon, maybe midday, whatever it is here. Welcome to Trending in the AM, right here on the STT Sports Network. Please, wherever you're watching, do me the favor. It's New Year's Eve, so do not forget to do it. Whether you're watching live or on replay, hit the like button on your screen, the share button, and subscribe to the STT Sports Network, as we are just 56 subscribers away from 1,000. Can we get to 1,000 today? Maybe.
Wait.
Anyway. Maybe. Yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, but please hit those buttons. It is free to support your local content creators. It's just clicks. It does not cost you a thing, so please do it. Make the switch, as they say. Turn the dial down and turn YouTube up. Guys, I'm Phil Stiefel, your host, and I'm joined by a very special co-host, my main man, Connor, my nephew, celebrating his 10th birthday today. So he wanted to come on here and talk a little Eagles and a lot of Sixers basketball. So we're going to do whatever we can. It is New Year's Eve. And we are celebrating all the great things that have happened in 2025 as well. 2025 was a great sports year. We drafted VJ Edgecombe. We won our second Super Bowl, and we're going to move right on. So we're talking Eagles today and whether they should sit or play their starters on Sunday against the Washington Commanders in what I feel is a very meaningless football game. We were talking the Sixers last night with a huge 139-136 overtime victory over the Memphis Grizzlies, when VJ Edgecombe knocked down a huge three to win the game. We're going to start there. We're going to go through all these comments in a second here, but I want to get Connor's thoughts here real quick. VJ Edgecombe knocking down that huge three. That was pretty special last night, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that shows that he can be like a really good player in crunch time, which he already is, and he can defend like the big.
Who do you think VJ? A little closer, okay. Who do you think VJ Edgecombe reminds you the most of? And mind you, he's a young kid. He's still got time to grow. So who does he remind you of in the NBA the most?
A lot of people say Dwayne Wade, but I think me and you, think Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. And why is that? What makes VJ Edgecombe so special?
They shoot the same.
Mm-hmm.
They drive to the rim Jimmy Butler drove to the rim like really good as a rookie.
What else? There's one thing I'm trying to get. I want to hear you say it.
Oh, defense.
Defense. And that's what I tell you when you're playing basketball. Got to work on it. You can get to the NBA without a shot as long as you play good defense, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get to some of the comments. Rick right away. Early day says sit the starters. We'll get into the Lions-Bears game in a little bit. What's up, Soldier Steve? How you doing today? Sit them. Prepare for the 3 seed. Absolutely agree with you. Robert, good morning to you. Hope you are well. Happy New Year, Eagles fan. Yes, we're family here. We got 10 of us sitting here in not sunny, hot Orlando, Florida, but in very cold Orlando. We got Kerry Collins saying, sup, Connor. Is that Connor CM? Is that your buddy? All right. We even got Connor's family in here, or friends in here. Is that a Tanner McKee jersey? No, that's not a Tanner McKee jersey. That's a Devontae Smith. That Mr. Could you guess for his birthday today? He turned 10, Mr. Do you know what jersey he got for his birthday today? We're not going to tell anybody what jersey he got for his birthday. It's a basketball jersey, but we'll see if anybody can guess. Good morning to Connor from Robert. Good morning from Adam to Connor. Everybody's saying good morning. Everyone say happy birthday to Connor today. He is a Big 10 today. All right. So anyway, VJ Edgecombe last night, we saw how special he is. But what do you think about Joel Embiid last night and how he played and was played late in the game? Should they be playing him late in the game?
If you want scoring, then I would say him, but not defense. Defense, he can't jump.
He can't jump. I saw you jumping. You jump higher than he does.
He can't run.
Nope.
And he always goes for the foul, which you gotta take the tough point.
Yeah, you got to. Absolutely. Your buddy Connor says you got a 67 jersey. I don't think that's accurate. But that is one of the numbers in the jersey he got. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Connor right now in the chat, which I love it. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Awesome. Thank you guys. Yo, what's up, Eric? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a great holiday. So you don't want to see Joel Embiid play, right? Late in a game.
Yeah.
So what should be the Sixers lineup late in the game in crunch time, which obviously VJ Edgecombe and obviously Tyrese Maxey? Who should be the other three players on the floor with the Sixers when it comes down to the final?
It depends if it's like, if the team is young, then you probably put in Bona because he's more, like athletic.
There you go. I got you.
Drummond's more old school.
Okay.
And he can score too.
Okay.
And if the team's like old and have like an older center.
Eric, my man, Eric here is saying Bona needs to be in all the time late in the crunch time. Do you agree
and
with
Barlow.
that? Oh, of course, Barlow. You know I love Dominic Barlow.
Play a second in the fourth quarter.
He did not, and he didn't play in overtime either. Eric says maybe Drummond as well, depending on the matchup. Yeah, do you agree with that?
I don't know why they did Bona and Embiid.
Yeah, do you like Bona and Embiid playing at the same time?
I like Barlow and Embiid more.
And maybe Barlow and Bona, or is that too similar of two players right there?
I think Drummond and Barlow are pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Keep that mic about right there. Okay. All right. Anyway, how about Tyrese Maxey? Is this officially Tyrese Maxey's team now?
Yes, it's been since day one of this year.
Yeah.
Because the first game he brought our team back
Mm-hmm.
to win by 1 point against the Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And Embiid,
I didn't even remember that.
Embiid had like 4 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
He cannot stay healthy.
Mr. thinks you got a VJ Edgecombe jersey for your birthday. Nope. Wrong. We'll get to it. We'll release the information shortly. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't a Sixers jersey he got for his birthday because this kid, man, he likes all the teams out there. Embiid needs his minutes to be used up in the first 3 quarters. Get whatever you can out of him and sit him in the fourth quarter. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So if he's playing 30 minutes, you just play his 30 minutes right away in the first 3 quarters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then sit him for the whole fourth quarter. What happens then, when you need somebody to make
somebody to play defense?
You absolutely do. Can you make it work without Embiid? Like, he is still a superstar. He's still the great.
They're like better. They're somewhat better without Embiid than they are with Embiid. I think Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, they have like 2 losses together. I'm pretty sure.
We got 2 more guesses on your jersey. Okay. My man Adam thinks you got a LeBron jersey. Nope, not it. But you have a LeBron jersey, don't you? T-shirt. You got a jersey of him. We got Soldier Steve saying he thinks you got a LaMelo Ball jersey. Now he stinks, right?
I kind of. He's on my fantasy team.
Gotcha. I'm just curious, real quick, before we get to football. You said fantasy basketball team, right? I just got a question for you. Who beat your dad in the fantasy football championship to win the Stiefel family title?
You.
That's right. Of course I did. Why? Because I'm the best.
Running back.
Running back. Yeah. My man Robert thinks you got a Steph Curry jersey. You have to have a Steph Curry jersey. Okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. Steve says Embiid needs his minute. Oh, we already went over that one. Eagles fan wants to get into football, sit them all, and get in the third seat. Yep, gotcha. We'll get into that in a second. Mad Max and VJ, it's their team. So we were talking about this yesterday, Connor, is we got 4 guards, VJ, Maxey, McCain, and Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is on a 1-year deal. And if this team needs to trade somebody, I know you love talking trades in the NBA. Would you be okay with trading Jarrett McCain to go get a forward, go get a guard, or somebody that can play defense, someone that can run the floor? Would you be okay with trading Jarrett McCain, even though he's a young kid with a lot of potential?
Yes, we should, because it was just last year. It's because Maxey, Embiid, Paul George, they were all hurt, and we had a really bad team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what. And then he got hurt, and then it's hard to recover from that. But I think he could have still been better, but he's not really producing like the Sixers want him to.
Gotcha. The Eagles fan says as long as your jersey, if it wasn't a Sixers, it better not have been a Celtics jersey. Do you own any Celtics jerseys? Do you have a Tatum shirt? Good, smart kid. You don't want anything Boston Celtics. Nope, not Tatum. He did not. He will never root for the Celtics. Got a Kevin Durant for his birthday. No, your intuition is off, Mister. All right, should we tell him? Should we tell him what you got? Who'd you get?
Luka Doncic.
Which one? The purple or the yellow?
Purple.
That's right. He got a Luka. You like Luka, right? What makes Luka such a special player?
His ability to step back and shoot.
Step back and shoot. Doesn't he look slow all the time?
He's not in shape. Really.
Again, lift up the mic a little bit, okay? Because I can't hear you in the headset. If I can't hear you here, they can't hear you on there. All right. Trade Grimes. Hold on to McCain unless you can get a Brandon Ingram. Oh, that upsets you, right? Do you not like Brandon Ingram?
I do, but I think the Raptors should probably keep him though.
Yep. Brandon Ingram's having a really good season this year, isn't he? I know he's on my fantasy team. Oh, Bob's checking in saying you got a Jalen. What are we doing to talk about Jalen Hurts with, right? We're not talking Jalen Hurts right now. We're talking Sixers basketball. Mista says Luka doesn't play defense.
That's true.
He doesn't? Why doesn't he play defense? Is he too lazy or is he just not good enough?
That might be the. I feel like he could play defense because he's one of the bigger guards.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Actually, we'll get back to the Sixers and the Eagles in a second. What do you think of the duo of Luka and LeBron? I know LeBron's kind of
big three. You mean like the?
Yeah, like do you think that's a good duo? Do you think that they can figure it out and make a deep run in the playoffs? Those two, or is LeBron past his prime?
I don't think they could because their defense. In that Christmas Day game, JJ Redick was yelling like crazy at them, and the big three and they can't play defense.
Gotcha.
But they can play offense.
What about the Sixers defense? Do you like the Sixers defense?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Not in third quarter.
Who's their weak link on the defensive side of the Sixers? Embiid. Okay, so take Embiid off the court though, because he only plays every other game. Who's the next weak link on defense?
I guess Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. Wow. Okay. I mean, he's a small guy, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's why you need to go out and get a defensive forward, right? Someone that can play, run the court. Another Dominic Barlow type, right? Or do you want somebody a little bit better offensively or defensively than that?
I want somebody better.
You know, I don't know. I mean, you know everything about basketball. You know who I think this team, not him now, but someone like him from before, someone like Robert Covington when he was with the Sixers that could shoot the three and play defense and doesn't need to touch the ball unless they need that 3-point shot. Yeah, but I mean, we need somebody. Barlow doesn't shoot the three very well, does he? So we need somebody that could shoot the three a little bit better, right? All right. Everybody, yeah, only 8 likes. How do we only have 8 likes on this video, guys? You see the buttons on your screen. I'm trying to point, but I'm in a different room right now. So there's the like button. There's the subscribe button. Share it out, guys. Connor's 10 today. We should have at least 10 likes right now. I mean, heck, we've got 12 people watching right now. So on YouTube plus 22 on Twitter, guys. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe. It is free to do. It doesn't cost you a thing to do that. All right. So last night's Sixers game, that was good. It ended a losing streak. VJ Edgecombe, clutch as a rookie, as always. You know, the Sixers struggle in the third quarter for some reason. But for a rookie, VJ Edgecombe really puts out quite a good production in the fourth quarter on a weekly or game basis, right? Mm-hmm. Why do you think he's so good in the fourth quarter for such a young kid?
I don't know. What college did he go to?
He went to. I'm looking for my producer to get me that information because I forget. Sure someone in the chat will tell me where VJ Edgecombe went to college, but Baylor. That's right. I was saying somewhere in Texas, but Baylor.
Did they have any like big games when he was with them?
They went to the championship 2 or 3 years ago. So
Edgecombe. I don't know why he's so. I
mean,
I guess we just knew it from day one because that Celtics game he had just dropped 34 for some reason.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's pretty hard to see a young kid, or very rare you see a young kid.
Top 3 rookie this year.
Yeah. You didn't want him though, did you? Who did you want in the draft?
Ace Bailey.
No,
I regret that.
Yeah. Regret that. Hey, it's okay. You know what? I say it all the time. It's okay to say you were wrong on sports takes, right? What do we got here from EC1? I'm tired of KP. We're talking Eagles. Kevin Patullo. Yeah, I got to get into something that Kevin Patullo said yesterday that I don't like. So we'll get into that in a second here. Because Embiid lost his athleticism because of the injuries, he can play like Jokic, just rebound, assist, and hit open shots. but his teammates have to make up for him with better defense. Do you agree with that take? That he could play like a Nikolai Jokic kind of role, just stand out there, catch the ball, pass it. You do? See, I don't think so. I don't think he's because he doesn't play. He doesn't rebound.
He can't jump.
He can't jump. He could pass and he can hit the shots, but he can't rebound anymore, can he?
I just don't like how he tries to be the man, but I think he knows that he's not the man.
He knows it, but he can't stop it, right?
Yeah.
We got somebody. Who's that name? I can't see that name on there. I'm not sure. What's that say? It says Embiid is not Jokic. Yeah, that's true. Robert thinks you're a very smart young man. I don't know. Are you? I don't know. You got a Luka Doncic jersey. Well, I don't know, man. What place did you finish in fantasy football this year? I don't know if he's a smart young man, Robert. I'm just kidding with you. Anyway.
But I did get first last year for basketball.
You did get first because you know basketball better than me and your dad combined probably at this point, right? Yeah, I figured that. All right, so they want to talk a little Eagles in the chat. So obviously, let me ask you a question, all right? So the Eagles play on Sunday. They can maybe get to the 2 seat and get 2 home games versus 1. Should the Eagles play Jalen Hurts and the starters on Sunday? And let me check the poll here. We do have a poll question going on the YouTube channel. Should the Eagles play their starters right now? 3 options are yes, no, or just for a quarter or so. Right now, 50% of the voters said yes, they should play their starters. No is at 30%, and 20% said just for a little bit. So where do you vote? Should they play their starters on Sunday and take the chance to go for the number 2 seed?
I think they should play them for like a quarter or so.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I think they should not play them.
Okay.
I thought they could. I thought they were. I wanted them to, but I changed my mind, and now I think they shouldn't because I think they can win without their starters.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely agree. I think that's a big part of it right there. Washington's not a good team. Can't they win with I don't know if you like Tanner McKee, but a lot of Eagles fans like Tanner McKee. And I mean, he's got a lot of potential to be a good quarterback in the NFL someday. If he's as good as people think, and I know there's people in the chat that I call them the McKeesters. They love their Tanner McKeesters. If he's so good as everyone says, shouldn't he be able to beat the really bad Washington Commanders team? Plus, Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Commanders, kind of hinted at maybe playing a little dirty because of running up the score on them the last game a little bit. Is it worth the maybe moving up?
But the thing is, I don't know if we can beat the Rams.
Well, right now in the 3 seed, we're most likely playing the Rams, and we beat them 3 times. You rather the Niners? Oh, I don't like that matchup at all. I think we would lose to the Niners. Christian McCaffrey,
Our run defense is pretty good.
No, our run defense is terrible.
Is it?
That is really bad. It is really bad. It's, especially against somebody like CMC who can juke around, run up the middle, run outside, and all that stuff. Who's saying go Chiefs? Get that out of here. This town does love their backups. Why do you think people love backups so much? Because everybody in Philadelphia, whoever if Tanner McKee was starting, they'd say put Jalen Hurts in because he's the backup, right? Everybody loves the backup for some reason.
Wasn't that for Carson Wentz and Nick Foles?
Absolutely. It was like that with Carson Wentz, Nick Foles. It was like that with Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. It was like that with Donovan McNabb. Everybody wanted A.J. Feely to play.
Like Gardner Minshew?
I was big Minshew. I used to call it Minshew mania. We loved Gardner Minshew, but I never wanted to bench anybody for him. Anyway, so what's wrong with the Eagles team? So some people say you play the starters not because of the 2 seed, but because you want to get the offense moving in the right direction because they've been struggling in the offense. Do you think the Eagles offense is struggling because it's not bad or not good? You think it's struggling because Kevin Patullo, the guy calling the plays, isn't doing a good job? Or do you just think that they're just playing a lot of really good teams and it's hard to beat all these really good teams, and they're still beating them all? They've beaten the Rams, they've beaten the Chiefs, they've beaten the Cowboys, they've beaten all these great teams, the Buccaneers, and yet, at least they're winning games, right? So why do you think the offense isn't doing well for the Eagles?
It's none of the above. I think it's because the O-line.
Absolutely. And what's wrong with the O-line?
We're just getting bit. I don't know why we're.
Did you see? You were asking why I have Cam Jurgens' name. Do you know there's 42 centers in the NFL this year, starters and backups that have played at least 200 snaps, right? Do you know where he's ranked out of those 42 centers?
32.
No, even worse than that.
39.
Dead last. He's the worst center in football this year.
Wow.
Dead last. So
Why is he making the Pro Bowl?
What?
Why is he making the Pro Bowl?
Because people vote for the Pro Bowl in a really weird way. It's not good.
That shouldn't
But
be a thing.
also, and my man Anthony here saying that the Falcons just beat the Rams, and that's the thing. Anybody could beat anybody in the NFL right now. So getting to the 2 seed doesn't mean you're going to win games, right? So you want to get people healthy. Wouldn't it be smart if the O-line's struggling, right? Landon Dickerson's been hurt. Cam Jurgens been playing bad, but he has actually been hurt a lot this year. No one talks about it. Mylott is banged up. Lane Johnson hasn't come back from injury yet.
I think he'll come
Why
back
don't you
for
just
the-
rest them and give them a week off to get healthy, right? And maybe it might not fix it, but maybe it does fix it, right? What do you gain by playing them anyway, right?
Yeah, it's a more risk of getting them hurt.
My man Mista saying Tanner McKee would throw for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns against the Commanders. I think he's being a little sarcastic there, but that sounds like a Nick Foles. Who was that game with Chip Kelly? They threw for 7 touchdowns. Was that Raiders, I think, right? Yeah. We keep going Chiefs there because that's what Melissa wants to say. Would say put Hurts in. No. Because we had the GOAT backup Nick Foles. Nick Foles did ruin Freddie Defo. What's up, my man? He did ruin a lot. Yeah, we did want Rodney Charlie, you got to say it right, okay? You got to say Rodney MVP over Randall Cunningham. Hey, Rodney Pete won a playoff game, so, you know. Rick, what's up, my man? Happy New Year. By the way, everybody, I want to say, make sure everybody knows, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. 2025 has been a great year for everybody. 2025 has been a great year for Philly sports, and we're going to make 2026 even better, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Ever seen Sirianni teams with a week off? I actually wrote the notes down here somewhere. Hold on. I don't have all my notebooks, Rick, here. In 2024, they sat the starters the last week. We won the Super Bowl. In 2023, they played the first half. Hurts got hurt. 2021, sat the starters. 2017, yeah. So you have a better chance when you sit the starters, give them that little extra rest, right? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, yeah. So this, I don't even know if you'll be able to, answer this, but Kevin Patullo yesterday was asked about the running and why it's bad. He's like, and he said, sometimes we just run the ball to run the ball. That were his exact words. And that's, I've been pretty, support Kevin Patullo this year, thinking that some of the hate has been a little unnecessary, but that was a pretty amateur comment, wasn't it? You don't just run the ball to run the ball. You got to design plays. You got to have a plan out there, right? Does it look like the Eagles offense has a plan? No. I mean, someone like Cam Latu, their fullback, he only played 6 snaps on Sunday against Buffalo. And instead of playing him, they put Dallas Goedert back there as the fullback on a couple of plays. And Dallas Goedert, who's a good blocking tight end, was terrible in that fullback role on Sunday. So who's wrong? Like, I mean, Kevin Patullo's got to do something right here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I think it should be more creative.
Yeah, he absolutely has to be. What about maybe, trying some different things with Tank Bigsby or Will Shipley, getting them involved?
What we did last year, we brought Gainwell in for the third down. Mostly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're just not doing that.
We did it a lot last year with Gainwell, actually the last couple of years, and for some reason we don't do that. Robert, I agree. Rest all the starters. And Rick, a few minutes ago we did talk about this. Washington looking to injure players. Warfighter, what's up, my man? Yes, Happy New Year's to everybody. Don't feel bad, Connor, about losing your fantasy football league. I came in dead last in his. Adam came in dead. You at least took 9th place, right? Or 8th place. What was it? 9. At least Adam, this 10-year-old kid did better than you in his fantasy football league. Again, my main man Connor here is my co-host for the day. Maybe we'll do another one later this week too, right? So let's see more comments here. If Embiid can't play like Jokic, he needs to play like a traditional center, rebound and protect the rim. He can't do that though, can he? He just doesn't have the athleticism, does he? So what should be his role?
His role should be to not score, not take over in the fourth quarter.
Just sit him in the fourth quarter. Maybe Patullo was playing, coy. It means kind of lying. Do you think Kevin Patullo is smart enough to make up lies like that to trick other teams, or you think he just doesn't know what he's doing?
I think he's smart enough.
Oh, I don't know. That sounds worse than Rich Kotite couldn't read his play sheet. Yeah. Do you even know who Rich Kotite is? No, he was a coach of the Eagles back when we were kids. I think Kevin Patullo is ordered to run the clock down once he has a lead. It's so frustrating and embarrassing. Yeah, how much of this do you blame the offense of the Eagles' problems on Kevin Patullo, who calls the plays, but how much of it do you blame on Nick Sirianni because Nick Sirianni tells Kevin Patullo what the plan is going into it. Whose fault is it?
I still think Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Do you think the Eagles should give, no matter what happens, whether we go and win another Super Bowl or we lose to the Rams in the first round of the playoffs, do you think the Eagles should give Kevin Patullo another chance after this year?
No.
Or does the results of the playoff matter?
I think the results of the playoffs matter.
Okay. Did you see Trayvon Diggs, the cornerback of the Cowboys, got cut?
Yes,
Should the Eagles go out and try to get him?
Mhm.
Why? I know your dad's saying no in the background. Why would you go get? Do you think he's still good? Because he's been really bad the last couple of years with the Cowboys since he got his big contract. Do you think he just needs a different team, a new place?
Do we need a corner?
Yeah. See, I'm in the position that says I don't think our extra cornerback's that bad. I think Adoree Jackson's played pretty good this year. Well, Kelly Ringo does stink, but Kelly Ringo don't play much anymore. Kelly Ringo almost made the Pro Bowl as a special teamer.
No, I think Jalen Carter should.
Jordan Davis should have made the Pro Bowl.
Carter blocked the field goal too.
Yeah, Carter blocked the field goal. Absolutely. Somebody named Charlie Stiefel, I don't know who that is, says gets beat on the double move, takes them too many chances, would never see the field under Vic Fangio. I actually agree with that. I am not a fan of Trayvon Diggs fitting into this system. He's got a really this Eagles team on defense under Vic Fangio is all about no egos. You can't want the ball your way. You can't go for the big play. You just got to play team. And Trayvon Diggs is more of a, diva. He's like a diva.
Adoree Jackson gets hurt a lot.
I mean, for his age, I mean, not that much, but yeah, I agree a little bit. But I think Adoree Jackson's played pretty good this year, considering you can't have in football a superstar at every position, right? And you've got two superstars in Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. You can't have three superstar cornerbacks, right? And I don't even think Trayvon Diggs is a superstar anymore anyway. They have to stay with Kevin Patullo after this year. Jalen needs to have a coordinator that stays for once. I think Sirianni needs to stop game planning to take off the gas with lead. Yeah, I think that's a big problem right there, that second part. I agree with KP needs to stay. But who's commenting under Melissa's name right now? Justice for Patrick Mahomes. What does that even mean? We got a house full of people in the background, guys, so anybody watching knows. And if you haven't, hit the like button, the subscribe button, etc. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, to this, I agree with this. Kevin Patullo needs to stay for some consistency. But why do you think the Eagles take their foot off the pedal? Like they go in the first half, and in the second half they kind of just get a little conservative, right? I mean, they had 17 yards against the Bills. Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass. He didn't complete a pass at all.
What was all of our yards are run?
Yeah, all second half yards were running the ball. So why do you think, or do you think that they need to be more aggressive? Or is that? I mean, it's worked this year. They're 11-5. They're in the playoffs. They won their division. Is that conservative second half worth it? If it works, why do people get upset?
I don't. It's because they're just. I don't know why I don't know why they're so sloppy in the second half.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the second time that happened this year?
It's second or third time this year that happened. Denver Barkley changes Flyers DNA. Yeah, we don't want to talk Flyers, do we? Sorry, it's Connor's birthday, Nooms. Connor does not. I didn't even wear my Flyers. I was going to wear my Flyers shirt. Connor does not want to talk Flyers. He will talk Phillies a little bit, Sixers a lot. You ask Nooms any question you want to ask my co-host today, Sixers, I guarantee you he'll know the answer to that question. But that's it. Glad we didn't get Stefon Diggs. I know, yeah, he's a disaster at this point, Adam, for sure, Stefon Diggs. What's with the Diggs, man? Trayvon Diggs cut. Stefon Diggs got in trouble. He got in trouble with some bad stuff.
Isn't he playing?
I don't think he'll be playing this year anymore. So, yeah, maybe not. Anyway, what was the best play of the Sixers game last night? That's an easy answer, right? Yeah, Edgecombe knocking down a three for the win, right? I mean, that's easy. I mean, even I pumped my fist and shouted, yeah, with you last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an easy question right there. All right, so Eagles. Sixers need KO back immediately.
You know who he is?
Who's KO? Kevin Owens. I don't know who's KO. I mean, you're the basketball savant. You know everything there is to know about basketball. Oh, Kelly Oubre. Yeah, I can't do those letters. There we go. You like Kelly Oubre. You were talking about him the other day, right? What do the Sixers miss from Kelly Oubre? Defense,
He can
absolutely.
also hit the corner three.
He absolutely. How many corner threes did we see Paul George miss last night?
Oh,
Oh, all
he's
of them. Right?
emotionless.
Yeah, that's right. That is what you said last night. Paul George is emotionless. Kelly Oubre shows a lot of emotion, right? And that's the kind of spark this team needs to keep the momentum going, right? Absolutely. The conservative play has lost this game, so no, we shouldn't do it. The Cowboys game, the Broncos game. Yeah, we did get conservative those games and we lost. I know there's another one we lost after having a big first half lead. Yeah, I would have to look at the schedule to see what it was. What position does Connor play on his basketball team? He looks like a wing. Are you a wing? No, you're a guard, right?
I bring the ball up a lot.
Yeah, he's a for a 10-year-old kid. He's a really good ball handler. He plays good defense. He does everything. You do everything pretty well, don't you? What's your worst part of your game?
Defense.
You think defense is your worst part? Yeah, I mean,
rebound.
yeah, rebound. The last game I saw, you got to work on your rebounding a little bit. Your dad says you're a point guard. I mean, your dad is the coach, so you're the one on the team. Are you the leader of your team?
I don't know.
I mean, you might be. You might be the second leader.
Most IQ.
You have the what?
Most IQ.
Yeah, I mean, having good basketball IQ is important, and that could carry you pretty far right there, right? I like that. I like that answer right there. When Kelly Oubre comes back for the Sixers, should he be back in the starting lineup? And who do you bench if he's going to start?
Barlow, probably.
See, I like Barlow start. So what should be the starting five for the Sixers?
Right when he comes back.
But see, with Paul George has got to start, and Embiid's got to start. So it goes Maxey.
He doesn't play
a lot. Who?
Embiid.
He doesn't. He doesn't. So I guess it has to go based off of the game when he's playing or not.
I want Drummond to start. I don't know why.
How many Sixers games have you been to?
0.
0. I mean, it's your birthday, and your dad still hasn't taken you to a Sixers game? I see you eyeing him up over there in the corner. What's up with that? I mean, seriously, Adam, how has this kid not gotten to a Sixers game yet? I know you go to Phillies games, and they're a lot of fun, too. What do you think of the Phillies? Do you think they're a good team still, or do you think that this is their last chance to make a run?
I like signing up Adolis Garcia.
You do? Oh, well, I told you I don't like that. He's better than Nick Castellanos, though, right?
They both strike out a lot.
They do strike out a lot, but he does play a little better defense than Nick Castellanos, right? Who's your favorite Phillies player?
Right now?
Yeah.
I like Wheeler.
Wheeler, okay. I was expecting you to say
and Schwarber.
Yeah, see, make sure you keep that mic nice and close. They're saying they can't hear you all the time. All right. Do you like the fact that the Phillies brought Kyle Schwarber back, or do you think they should have let him go and try something different?
No, I think they should have kept him.
Should have kept him? They did keep him.
That's really a lot of your power.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But 80%. Would it have been better to try something different, or what should they have tried different? Because it basically looks like it's the same exact team as last year, just with no Nick Castellanos and Garcia instead. Like, should they have tried to mix it up and trade somebody or move somebody else? Because you think they should. Okay, see, I would have said move Schwarber. You're saying move Rio Muto. Okay, then who's going to play catcher then? You
would try to find someone?
Yeah, I mean, there's not many out there, but yeah. What about Harrison Bader? Soldier Steve says he's going to miss Harrison Bader. Did you like him? Don't answer what your dad says in the background. Answer from your heart right there.
He was okay.
Yeah. See, my thing on Harrison Bader, I'm going to miss him. He's a nice guy and all. But last year was his first. He's been in the big leagues for a long time. And last year was his first year.
Are we going to bring up Crawford?
They're absolutely going to bring up Crawford. I love Justin Crawford. I think he's going to be a star.
He doesn't really have power.
He does not. But you don't need power. You need base hits. You need guys on base to run.
You need a righty.
You do need a righty, too. That's why, yeah. Let's see. I don't think in kids' sports there really is a leader outside the coaches. Now, this kid's a leader right here. This kid's a hustler right here. They should have let Schwarber walk. He is boomer bust. Love him. But we need to be more consistent. So, yeah, sometimes you got to take your love of a player out of the equation. And I love Schwarber, but I thought maybe a change in Schwarber would have been okay. Like go get Tucker or go get Cody Bellinger. Somebody different just to try.
Kyle Tucker.
I'm a huge Kyle Tucker fan. You like Kyle Tucker? I would have spent all the money in the world to bring him here.
Him and Harper.
Yeah, I thought that would have been great. Crawford, great, another singles hitter. That's what we need. Bader doesn't have a long shelf life. He absolutely does not. Crawford hits the ball hard. He just needs to lift it more. I don't want him lifting the ball more. There's a chance JT might not come back. There is a chance JT might not come.
Suarez is not coming back.
Who?
Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't signed with anybody yet. But yeah, he's not coming back at all. Hunter Goodman isn't a bad catcher. I don't even know who that is. Do you?
I think he played for the Rockies.
Rockies? Oh, look at that. I just wanted to set him up for that. I like that. I actually saw somebody post a trade proposal for him or something like that the other day. Is Bellinger still available? Yeah, Bellinger and Tucker, neither of them have signed. Free agency's actually been really quiet in baseball this year. There hasn't been, I don't know if it's the lockout scaring people away or not. If Crawford starts lifting the ball more, he has a chance to be dynamic. I think he does. What about Andrew Painter? Do you like him, the pitcher?
I think we could try to flip him.
You want to try? I love that too. I was all about trading him before. I don't know about this year, but yeah. In baseball, line drives are what you want, not lift. I agree with you, Warfighter. Yeah, see, Newman said the Rockies. Yeah, you're right on the Rockies with him. Yep, smart man. I can't believe you know who the Rockies catcher is. What do you do with your? Do you just read, baseball cards nonstop? Because that's the only way you know who the Rockies catcher is.
And fantasy.
That's true. That's true. Who won the fantasy baseball league last year? I know I didn't. I kind of forgot about the team and didn't even make your uncle. Well, I'm your number one uncle, but one of your other uncles, right? Say it live so all your uncles can hear, and I'm going to clip it out. Who's your number one uncle?
You.
No more, just me. We're going to rub that into all your other uncles, right?
No, we're not.
At the 36-minute mark, he said, I'm the favorite uncle. There we go. So anyway, with the Phillies, real quick, are you glad they brought back Rob Thompson as their manager?
He's been to the playoffs every time, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely, and he's won a World Series, an assistant with the Yankees. He's been in the league for a long time. He's consistent, but again, they haven't won a World Series yet. Isn't that all that matters? Or do you not care? Like, is it okay to?
I mean, if we've made it to the World Series
once,
that's
good.
Our team, I don't know how we made it. I think we got lucky that year.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the only good player was like Harper and Wheeler.
Yeah, it's true. Guys, we're up to over 20 people on YouTube watching, almost 40 on Twitter. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button for Connor, that share button, that subscribe button. Please, please, please. We're still sitting at 50% of the vote says yes, the Eagles should play their starters, which I strongly disagree with on the poll question. No, and for a little bit is split at 25%. The Phillies are battle tested, but championship failures. So how do you fix that? You got to make change, right? So should they have gotten rid? You say get rid of JT, but I thought get rid of Nola. You can't get rid of Nola. That contract's too big for him. Nobody wants that contract of Aaron Nola. I actually think Aaron Nola is going to be really good this year. No, well, all
trade
right.
Bone.
Yeah. So okay, I was going to ask this question. You got to trade one. This is a hypothetical. You love talking trades in sports. You have to trade one of these two players. Okay, Alec Bohm or Bryson Stott. Who are you trading and why?
Bone.
Why?
You can get more better players for him. You can the third. I said at the deadline we should have gotten Schwartz, but
yeah, he was with Arizona, wasn't he? Yeah. Did he ever get traded to somebody else though? Didn't he?
Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm all for trading Alec Bohm too, but I'm a big Bryson Stott fan. I think even though he's not ever going to develop to the hitter I thought he was going to be, I think his defense makes up for that. And you can have a bad, like an average hitter at second base, right? As long as you have good players around him. So go get a real, there's Alec Bregman from Houston is still available.
He moved from Boston.
He went to Boston?
Yeah.
Did he sign? Producer, did Bregman already sign? No, I didn't think Bregman signed yet.
He was on the Red Sox.
All right, we got another happy birthday. Who's Frank? Do you know Frank? No? Frank Angelucci. We should absolutely not play stars, especially when the Redskins, the Commanders, are out for blood. I agree with you 100%, Warfighter. There's no reason. He was on the Red Sox last year. I thought he was on Houston break. I must have missed that. It's been a long year. So move Stott to third, trade Bowman Painter to Arizona for Kettle Marte.
Oh, yes.
We talked about this earlier this offseason when Marte became available. That my question was when everybody wanted to trade for Marte, where do you play? Like who plays start? He's got to be at second base. And if you're trading,
Turner to third base.
I was trying to figure out whether Turner or Stott could play third base, and I don't know if they could.
Stott could play short.
I don't know if Turner or Stott could play third. I don't know. I'm not looking to you for an answer. I'm not looking to you for justification here. My producer in the background, guys, is giving me thumbs up and thumbs down on the comments. It's really, 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 yeah. Can we trade general managers too? Yeah, I mean, who's the best general manager in Philadelphia sports, and who's the worst?
Oh.
So the Eagles have Howie Roseman. He's obviously the best, right? We've got Dave Dombrowski runs the Phillies, Daryl Morey in the Sixers, and Danny Briere runs the Flyers. You don't know much. So who's worse, Daryl Morey or Dave Dombrowski? Or who has disappointed you more, Daryl Morey or Dave Dombrowski?
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, absolutely. Stott distaste is due to Philly fans being unable to metabolize expectations. I've changed. I've lowered my expectations for Stott. That's why I want to keep Stott. I used to say that Stott was going to be a leadoff hitter in this city one day, and obviously that's not going to happen. Keep Turner.
He was last year.
Briefly when Turner was hurt, yeah. Keep Turner at short. He's too good of a glove to take out the shortstop. He got better defensively, but he's still not a great defensive shortstop. Knowing our luck, we'll trade Bowman. He turns into the next Scott Rowland. Do you even know who Scott Rowland is? He was a third baseman for the Phillies when we were younger, and he didn't like playing in Philadelphia, so he asked out, and then he became a Hall of Famer. Yeah. I mean, he was pretty good when he was here. He won Rookie of the Year.
Bohm is not going to be a Hall of Famer.
No, Bohm is not going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't think there's – I think Bohm, he's pushing 30 now. He's like 29. When we traded Rowland, Google this for me. How old was Rowland when we traded him? 27. So he was a little older, or you're just guessing 27? Yeah. All right. We'll find out. I think we know all we know about Bohm. He's okay, right? 27. Okay. So I guess there is still a chance for him. Edmundo Sosa needs to have a good year this season. He's going to be needed in a lot of spots again. I find Edmundo Sosa extremely overrated. What do you think of him?
I like him.
You like him? Yeah, I know a lot of fans like him.
He's a nice backup.
He's a great backup, but everybody wants him to start, and I don't think he should start all the time. He could play second, third, short. He probably could play the outfield. I don't think he played the outfield, but he probably could. He did? Okay. I know they were working him out there in practice and stuff like that. Robert, this is embarrassing. How do we only have 13 likes on this video? You know, I mean, we've been live for 42 minutes. We've had over 20 people watching on YouTube. There should be at least 20, 25 likes, right? I mean, it is Connor's 10th birthday. I mean, and people can't hit that like button. What's up with that? What's wrong with people these days? You know, it's free. You just hit the button that says like, and people forget to do it all the time. You know, anyway. We just got a whole bunch of comments came on. Danny Briere needs to get flowers. Danny Briere's had a very good run, but it needs to pay off. They got to find a way to pay it off and win. Turner is going to be in the outfield in less than 2 years. I think he should probably be in the outfield already, honestly. But I don't know who's going to play shortstop if you do that. And goaltending, yeah. Again, news. We'll talk Flyers later.
Get Ketel Marte then.
Yeah, you could do that. You could get Marte at second. You could put Stott at shortstop, and then you put Turner in left field. How's that work?
Yeah.
That would work, right? The elephant in the room says the Scott Rowland trade still hurts him. Yeah, I know. Was it Bronny? What about Bronny? Kerry Collins Mooney? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Oh, it's your buddy. Do you know who that is? Okay. Well, you could say hi. You could say anything you want to your buddies out there.
I think it was the jersey.
Oh, he's talking about the jersey. Do you like Bronny? No.
Overrated.
I know. I think everybody knows he's overrated. The only person that doesn't know that is his dad, right? Does your dad think you're overrated? Do you think your dad's overrated?
And how would it be?
What?
How would he be?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Awesome. We gained one new subscriber. Guys, if you're watching, you've never watched before, there's a subscribe button on your phone or on your screen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It means a lot, okay, to do that. It's free to do it, too. Roland trade was Polanco, Bud Smith. I don't even remember that one. And Mike Timlin. I remember that. That was a really bad trade. If that's all we got, that's a really bad trade. I actually like Placido Polanco. He was really good in Philly, but he was just not Scott Rowland good. Be careful, Phil. Connor might. Yeah, you might take over my spot here is what they're saying. Are you going to take over my spot? All right, I'm out. Your show's all yours now. Be careful. Oh, he just said the same thing twice. If JT doesn't come back, I think Schwarber can catch. No, Adam, you're so far off of that. Kyle Schwarber hasn't caught in 600 years. He hasn't played behind. Kyle Schwarber can't play defense anymore, right? When he does go out there in the outfield, he's just so slow, right? And that's the problem with signing Kyle Schwarber is you're stuck with him as your DH. Bryce Harper doesn't get a chance to DH. JT Realmuto can't DH. Alex Bone. I mean, people forget when we first signed Castellanos, he was supposed to be the DH. And then they signed Schwarber as well. So they had to mix things up a little bit. And then Harper got hurt. So then Castellanos had to go learn right field. So people, I think there's a lot of hate.
Hoskins was left field, I'm pretty sure.
Hoskins was in left field for a little bit, but I think that was before then. And Hoskins was really bad in left field. All right, we just jumped up to 21 likes on the video. That's good. Charlie, they won't have room in the outfield for all the old guys on contract. That's Kerry Collins, just so you know. Mooney is saying that. So he doesn't like he or she, whoever that is, doesn't like your decision to put Turner in the outfield, okay? Jahad Campbell leveled up. What do you think of Jahad Campbell? He's pretty good.
I don't know why they don't play many snaps when Jacoby Dean plays.
Yeah. So here's a hypothetical for you. Next year, the Eagles have to make a decision. They have Zach Bond. They have Jahad Campbell. Jacoby Dean's a free agent. Should they let him go or should they keep Jacoby Dean? Let him go.
Hot take.
You're breaking. Oh, that's a hot take. That's breaking my heart, that hot take. I love Jacoby Dean. He's one of my favorite Eagles.
I love Jahad Campbell.
I do too. Kyle on defense sounds funny. It does sound funny, Kyle Schwarber on defense. I mean, he was a catcher early in his career, Eagles fan, Kyle Schwarber, and a first baseman at one point in his career. Turner only had 8 errors last year. No, I'm not saying. Yeah, I know. Turner had a much improved year last year, but he still could be better, and you could probably get it a little bit better. You can't bring up late '90s Phillies baseball without saying the name. Oh, your dad just walked away right when someone brings up the name Bobby Abreu.
You think he should be a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely, right? He should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm a huge Bobby Abreu guy. Every year in the fantasy baseball draft, I was in with your dad growing up. Not growing up. And back in the day, I always made sure to draft Bobby Abreu because he was my favorite Philly back then.
That's just me with Seth Curry.
Yeah, exactly. Except Seth Curry's actually one of the greatest of all time. When do they announce if the starters are playing? They probably won't, Adam, make that announcement at all because it's, you got to, keep that secret from the other team. Jelix Hunt has really leveled up. Yeah, Jelix Hunt's a really good player for the Eagles, right? Consistent. He's probably been the most consistent defender for the Eagles all year.
They should let Nolan Smith walk.
Hot take right there. Someone was asking about Bobby Abreu a few moments ago. You can't talk about late 90s Phillies. He is a Hall of Famer. There was a 4-year stretch where Bobby Abreu was on the same stat line in every category with one person, Barry Bonds. Probably the greatest baseball player of all time.
Steroids.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, it's still the best of all time. If Turner has a few more years batting over 300, does that put him in the Hall of Fame discussion? Trey Turner? I never really thought about Trey Turner's Hall of Fame candidacy. I would have to think about that, and I would have to Google that and think long and hard about that. Here's a question. Should Chase Utley and Jimmy Rollins be in the Hall of Fame?
I think Chase Utley should.
Yeah?
I don't know about Jimmy Rollins.
I actually think Jimmy Rollins definitely should.
Yeah.
If you put Jimmy Rollins up against all the great Hall of Famers that are shortstops, he's right there or better in every.
Was he the first 2020?
Was he the first 2020? I don't know. His MVP season was pretty special though. Soldier Steve said Jahad Campbell for Defensive Rookie of the Year. No, he didn't play. He didn't play enough. Kyle Schwarber's the only player on the team with a World Series championship. Is that accurate? I got to think. Yeah, I think that is accurate, Mister. What's up, TMC? How you doing, my man? Who is that? This is my main man, Connor, my nephew. It's his 10th birthday today. We're celebrating, talking everything but Flyers hockey.
And Philadelphia Union.
And the Philadelphia Union too. Yeah, you don't like your Union. Barry Bonds would have probably beaten Hank Aaron's home run record without the steroids. I absolutely agree. I've actually met Barry Bonds a few times. We're a fighter. He's a really nice person. Really, really, really nice person.
Is he funny? I'm pretty sure.
He was very quiet, very shy. So your dad said that Jimmy Rollins' MVP season, he had over 40 doubles, 20 triples, 30 homers, and 40 steals. I mean, and that's from a shortstop. And that's from a shortstop that led off. And he still hit 30 home runs and 40 steals. I mean, that doesn't happen in today's baseball very often. How many baseball players put up that kind of stat line on a regular basis?
20 triples.
20 triples, 40 steals, 30 home runs, 40 doubles. I mean, that's a pretty crazy stat line right there, isn't it? I'm pretty sure Bobby Abreu was on steroids too. Nothing would surprise me, mister. There's not one baseball player you can name that you would say, oh, he just got found guilty of doing steroids. And I would think, no, really? There's not one person that would surprise me in that. I miss those leadoff home runs by Rollins. Well, I mean, we get them from Kyle Schwarber when he's leading off.
I don't like him leading off.
No,
at all.
I don't like Kyle Schwarber leading off either. I think that's a big mistake from the Phillies when they do that. Bobby Abreu for Kevin Stocker. I know. I was a big Kevin Stocker fan too. You don't know Kevin Stocker, do you? He was a Phillies shortstop in the '93 World Series team. He was a rookie that year, and he went to the World Series with the Phillies. I was like 12. Your dad was like a baby in diapers still. Ken Griffey Jr. would surprise me if he was actually. You know what? That's actually would that surprise me if Ken Griffey was on steroids? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. All right. You know, we're at the almost the hour mark of this show. I don't know if Connor knew we were going to go for an hour. Did you know we were going to go this long? But you've done a good job hanging in there so far. All right, so let's bring this all back full circle here. Over 150 comments so far, over 20 likes on the video. Let me check the poll question real quick. We are at still 50% say yes, the Eagles should play their starters. 30% say no, and 20% say just for a little bit. So let's talk. Let's close the show out for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Let's talk just Eagles and just Sixers for a minute here for Connor on his birthday. Yet one, how far do the Eagles get? And if they're not going to get to the Super Bowl, why won't they get back to the Super Bowl?
Run game.
Run game. Run game. Eagles offensive run game or their defensive run game?
Offensive.
See, I say the defense run game is what makes them lose. But will they get back to the Super Bowl?
No.
No. How far do you think they get?
Second round.
Second round. All right. So they win one and they lose the second game. TMC says, how about Eagles versus Bills in the Super Bowl? And who wins?
That.
Yeah. Who would win that game? I know we just beat Buffalo, but would we beat them again in the Super Bowl?
I don't know. 50-50.
What do you think? Well, obviously it's one or other. That's 50-50. What do you think of Josh Allen? Do you think Josh Allen's good, overrated, or great? Great. I think he's overrated. I really do.
He won the MVP.
So what? Jalen Hurts won the MVP in the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. How many Super Bowls has Josh Allen played in?
0.
Big zero. Okay? Because that's all that matters is winning Super Bowls. You know, that's all that matters. Eagles defense will carry them to winning the Super Bowl. Who's playing better defense than the Eagles right now? I mean, I didn't watch football on Sunday, Warfighter. How did the Texans look? But the Texans are normally the best defense in football right now. Let's go. That's right. Cap is not in his nature. You know what cap means, right?
I know.
Yeah. He's a young kid. He knows what the cool lingo. You guys make fun of me because I'm old and I don't know what the cool lingo is. All the young kids in this house know all the stuff. What's on the menu for tonight? I don't even know where we're going tonight. Did we make the dinner reservations yet? Still not made dinner reservations for tonight, so I don't know. I think Seattle and Houston are right there with them. Yeah, with defensive speaking, Seattle's defense and Houston's defense. Houston's defense is the best right now. Texans' schedule has been soft. Maybe. Anybody remember why we discussed play Barkley? I wanted to bring this up. Everybody was so mad that the Eagles didn't play their starters last year to get Barkley the record, and now everyone this year wants him to rest. See, I wanted them to rest the starters and Barkley last year because records don't mean anything. Championships mean everything, right? And that's it. Home playoff games is most ump. Is that slang for something? Phil, what was on the Christmas menu? I made a giant filet on Christmas. Seattle ain't ready for the big stage. I agree with that. Most important.
They're not coming to Philly. No.
Happy New Year's, Big Al. What's happening? Smoking brisket for tomorrow. All right. Well, I'm in Florida, so send me some. I'd appreciate that. Eagles should sit their players. Absolutely agree, Big Al. Thanks for tuning in late here. I hope you have a fantastic New Year, and I hope to expect a FedEx delivery of some of that brisket here in Orlando tomorrow, right? All right. Now to the Sixers, okay? The most parity-filled playoffs. Absolutely agree. Any team can make it to the Super Bowl this year. All right. So Sixers, this is one of those years where what I always say about the Sixers this year is I put no expectations. Like I didn't say, we got to win a title this year. Now they're starting to play a little better. Obviously they're playing really good. Whether Embiid gets hurt or not, or whether he keeps playing or not, can this Sixers team make the playoffs?
They can.
Even if Embiid say Embiid misses 25 games in a row, can they make the playoffs without Embiid?
Yes.
All right. How far can the Sixers go if they keep consistent with Maxey and Edgecombe as their leaders?
I would say second or third round.
So they can get past the second round, maybe? They've never done that with Embiid here.
But they haven't done. But let's see about if we make the second round with Nurse. I want to see.
Rick says Sixers playoffs for sure. Yeah, absolutely agree. Eagles earned a bye week without earning a bye week. I agree, Rick. Rest those starters for sure. It may be their stage this year, unfortunately, but 1 and 2 seats could easily be eliminated this year. Absolutely agree in the playoffs. Yeah. I think the Sixers make the playoffs with more without Embiid. Do you think the Sixers have a better chance without Embiid to go deeper in the playoffs? So say Embiid's healthy, they go how far? If Embiid's missing time, how far do they go? With and without.
I think they would be way better with him playing.
Okay. Just without not playing fourth quarter, right? Exactly. All right. So guys, this was Embiid will never be healthy. We were watching the game last night, the three of us, and the dude's just slow and old. Those knees, man, like sound like there's nothing in them right there, right?
Sounds hollow.
Yeah, they're hollow kneecaps there that he's working with no ligaments in them, right? I would play Lane Johnson for the first quarter. Warfighter, you're crazy. Lane Johnson coming off an injury. You do not play him in the game, in my opinion, if he's healthy enough to get back. Lane Johnson is arguably one of, if not the best tackles in all of football history. He doesn't need, at this point of his career, to knock the rust off, in my opinion. NFC South winner going to upset the 5. Is that an upset? I don't know. Who's going to win that game? Carolina or Tampa and win that division?
Tampa. I want Tampa to win.
You want Tampa to win? Do you like Baker Mayfield? No.
I like Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Chris Godwin. Mike Evans, I say, is one of the most underrated wide receivers in football, for sure. It's looking more like Joe just came back too early 2 years ago. Maybe that's true, Nooms. Maybe. And maybe he waited, he rested up, and maybe he's getting into shape. Thank you very much, Adam. Happy New Year to you as well. Lane Johnson's seasoned vet. Don't need a court. Yeah, he's too much of a vet. He does not need to knock any rust off. Embiid had a great game last night. Yeah, Embiid played good last night, right? Yeah.
He's had like 20 plus the last.
Yeah, that was 20. I saw somebody posted his last couple games have been great. Quick reminder that football is won in the trenches. Absolutely. So get him healthy. Don't play him. Connor wanted a Mike Evans jersey, but then realized he wouldn't be able to live in our house with another. That's true. It's a good point. You can't rock anything. What's that? Is that your Devontae Smith jersey on you? I like the Devontae. Who do you like better, Devontae Smith or AJ Brown? Should the Eagles get rid of AJ Brown because of all the drama?
Rumors that he will leave, but I want him to stay.
I think because you know what? It's very hard to find someone as talented as AJ Brown.
They just don't do it.
I mean, when they force it to him, it doesn't work. Vet doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. But I'm saying he's good enough, but he doesn't need it. Lateral meniscus takes 8 to 12 weeks of post-return to start feeling right again. Noom's always with the medical advice there. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to get to the rest of our day here in sunny but freezing cold Orlando, Florida. Will both of you be able to stay awake till midnight? I never miss midnight on New Year's Eve ever. Connor will be asleep by midnight.
Maybe.
What are we doing for your birthday today?
Bowling.
And who's going to be the winning team?
The Stiefels.
That's right. We're playing Stiefels versus Slazaks today. McCain still has about 6 more weeks till he's fully healthy. This Eagles team reminds me of 2000 Ravens or 02 Bucks. Yeah, I mean, defensively speaking, maybe. Ohio State wins today, 31-21. I don't even know who Ohio State's playing, Soldier Steve, but I'll root for the other team no matter what it is. Happy New Year, Rick, to you as well. Guys, this has been a great 2025. If you haven't liked, share, subscribe. 2026 is going to be a big year. Is there going to be a Philadelphia team that wins a title in 2026? Nobody is?
Wait, in 2026?
So starting tomorrow.
I don't know why. I think the Phillies have a chance.
Oh, that's a hot take that the Phillies are going to be the Philadelphia team. Rick, what do you think about that one? Saying that Phillies will be the team that wins a championship this year. I like that. Take the points in Miami. What? Is that who Ohio State's playing? Miami? I don't know. Orlando, the best place in America. I hate Orlando. The traffic in Orlando is brutal around the holidays. Indiana wins the national championship. Rick, I agree with you on that. It's going to be Indiana, Ohio State in a replay. You play the lane the first quarter, or at least the first drive, just to see if he's ready for the playoffs. You just do that in practice, in my opinion, Warfighter. Yeah, Rick loves your Phillies comment. Me and Rick used to do battle all last year because he kept saying Phillies are winning the World Series. And I kept saying no. Happy New Year, mister, to you too as well. You have just become the favorite Stiefel to Big Al. Big Al went to the same grade school as us. He was 1 grade below me and 2 grades above you, I think it was. How far behind me were you? 3? So he was in between. Big Al's in between us at Holy Cross. The whole AJ thing is a total man-made mirage. It's a media mirage right there for sure. Anyway, guys, we are going to wrap this show up. We are going to get set. Will there be another show this week? Will we do another one this week? Maybe. Depends on what he wants to do, whether we'll do another show this week or not, guys. But everybody be safe tonight for New Year's Eve. Everybody be happy. Be great. Mickey Mouse Country. We're not even going to Mickey Mouse Country today or this week, but we are here in Orlando. We did an escape room yesterday. What was the other thing we did yesterday? Oh, we golfed yesterday. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot about the golf part. Elephant in the Room says, great show. Thank you very much, guys. Over 200 comments today, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, please. One final time. Happy birthday to my favorite man in the world right here, Connor. I hope you had a lot of fun because I had a lot of fun doing this with you. Everybody have a great day. Happy New Year to everybody. We always say two things to end every show. Go Birds and bubbles up.